16 known children, none legitimate. That was the legacy of England's merry monarch. The year is 1660. England, weary from civil war and republican austerity, yearned for a return to glamour, to celebration. And none embodied this new era more than King Charles Roman II, newly restored to the throne. He was, by all accounts, charming, witty, and possessed a voracious appetite for life's pleasures. Yet, beneath the glittering surface of the Restoration Court lay a tangled web of affairs, illegitimate children, and political machinations, all orchestrated by the king himself. Charles's official marriage to Catherine of Braganza, a Portuguese princess, was a political alliance, but it produced no heirs. This dynastic failure left a crucial vulnerability, the succession, and it left the king free to pursue his many passions. His mistresses were not just fleeting dalliances. They were powerful figures, often wielding significant influence at court, shaping policies, and securing titles and wealth for themselves and their offspring. These women were central to the king's life and to the narrative of his reign. Perhaps the most celebrated, and certainly the most tempestuous, was Barbara Villiers, later created Duchess of Cleveland. Her beauty was legendary, her temper formidable. She was already married when she caught the king's eye during his exile. Barbara bore Charles 5 children, all acknowledged and ennobled. Her grip on the king was so strong that she openly defied Queen Catherine, even demanding a position as a lady of the bedchamber. The queen, heartbroken, eventually relented. Her ambition knew few bounds. She accumulated vast wealth, estates, and influence, becoming one of the most powerful women in England. Yet her reign as chief mistress was not without rivals, nor was it eternal. Nell Gwynn, the orange seller turned actress, presented a stark contrast to Barbara. She was witty, vivacious, and utterly unpretentious. Her charm lay in her common touch, a refreshing change from the often stifling etiquette of court. Nell bore Charles 2 sons, both of whom were granted titles. She never sought political power or vast wealth, content with the king's affection and a comfortable life. Her story remains one of the most beloved rags-to-riches tales of the era. Then there was Louise de Querouaille, a French noblewoman brought to England by Charles's sister. She was refined, elegant, and crucially, a Catholic. Her presence at court was a clear political statement, a symbol of Charles's pro-French leanings. Louise quickly became the king's favorite, eclipsing Barbara Villiers. She bore Charles a son, Charles Lennox, who was created Duke of Richmond. Her influence, particularly on foreign policy, caused considerable alarm amongst the Protestant English elite. These 3 women, Barbara, Nell, and Louise, represent the very different facets of Charles's affections, and the complex interplay between personal desire and political necessity that defined his reign. But they were not the only ones. The king's ledger of loves was long. Lucy Walter, an early mistress from his exile in the Netherlands, bore him James, Duke of Monmouth, the most significant of his illegitimate sons. Monmouth, a handsome and popular figure, was believed by many to be Charles's legitimate son and even a potential heir. His ambition would eventually lead him to a tragic end, attempting to seize the throne from Charles's brother, James Roman II. There was also Catherine Pegg, who bore him a son, Charles Fitzcharles, and a daughter, and Mal Davis, another actress who gave birth to a daughter, Lady Mary Tudor. The list goes on, a testament to Charles's prodigious romantic life. Each of these relationships created a new constellation of children, all bearing the surname Fitzroy, meaning son of the king. These royal bastards were a visible and undeniable presence at court, their existence a constant reminder of Charles's unconventional family life. They were granted titles, lands, and pensions, often at great expense to the royal coffers. Their influence, individually and collectively, was a significant factor in the politics and social fabric of the Restoration era. The king's generosity towards his children, even the illegitimate ones, was a defining characteristic. He ensured they were well provided for, educated, and integrated into the highest echelons of society. Many founded powerful aristocratic families. The sheer number of his acknowledged children, at least a dozen, presented a stark contrast to his childless marriage with Queen Catherine. This reality fueled constant speculation about the succession and anxieties about the stability of the monarchy. Charles Roman II's personal life was not merely a private indulgence, it was a public spectacle interwoven with the political and social currents of his time. His mistresses and their offspring were more than just footnotes, they were active participants in the drama of his reign. The merry monarch left behind a legacy of charm, wit, and political cunning, but also a complex and scandalous personal life that continues to fascinate. His many loves were a reflection of the man and of an age that was both extravagant and turbulent. From the ambitious Barbara Villiers to the charming Nell Gwyn and the politically significant Louise de Querouaille, these women and their children were integral to the tapestry of Restoration England, forever altering the course of its aristocratic lineage. His reign was a period of cultural flourishing, a reaction to the puritanical years, and Charles Roman II, with his endless pursuit of pleasure and progeny, was its embodiment. The merry monarch, indeed. Explore more untold stories from history's most scandalous courts in our next video.